Coach Hayden Fry has been at Southern Methodist University since 1962. He's had some lean years and he's had some fat years. In regards to 1971, Coach Fry labels this squad extremely young and extremely inexperienced.
Jerry, I think that would be an understatement. We only have one youngster in our offensive line that started for us last year, and he started half the season, George Zock at right offensive tackle. Other than that, excluding Gary Hammond, who's a great athlete, all conference 2 years, but even Gary has moved into quarterback, a position new to Gary's.
One of the weakest points would be my passing. I've laid off for 2 years, and this is something that you shouldn't do, really. I feel bad about it now because there wasn't any excuse for it. But I laid off for 2 years throwing the ball, and now this past summer I had to throw, gosh, knows how many passes. But my arm got very sore, very, very sore, and I got blisters on my fingers and things like this. Another problem will probably be reading the defense, reading the entire defense. At running back, you read the linebackers and the defensive backs, and at receiver, you just read the cornerbacks and the safeties. And at quarterback, you've got to read everybody, and this has been a problem for me too.
How does your defense shape up, Coach?
Well, defensively, we have probably as good, if not the best, defensive secondaries we've had since I've been at SMU, and we've had some good ones.
Are there as many good wide receivers around the league as there were last year in your sophomore year?
They're a lot younger, sir, and they'll probably be a lot more mature next year, or maybe the next, but I don't believe there are, except here at SMU.
How do you feel about your offense? Do you think it'll give you more rest, or do you think you'll be playing more?
I believe that they're going to give us a lot more rest because any type of running ball club is going to keep the ball longer, even if they don't even get a first down, than a passing ball club would, which we're looking forward to a little rest on the sideline. So.
We have quality linebackers in Joe Dickerson and Sherwood Blunt. We have an excellent defensive end in Jim Ryan. The tackle situations this time remain to be seen. We're fairly small physically because two of our larger tackles, Steve Martin and Rock Rollins, have not recovered sufficiently from summer operations to play. But should these two youngsters come back to go along with the defensive tackles we have, we'll be pretty strong on defense.
I know you're proud of your core of wide receivers, are you not?
I think our wide receivers, at least the top three, are as fine as you will find on any college in America.
We do have a wealth of receivers, and it's going to be hard to start, for one thing.
What sort of a goal or goals have you set for yourself this year?
Well, I really don't like to discuss goals, but I'd really like to be all conference. I'd like to lead the league in receiving. I don't know if that's very attainable this year as far as leading the receiver, because I don't know if we'll be throwing that many passes, but I would like to be all conference. That's one of my big goals in life.
Now, among the players with whom I've talked today, there is enthusiasm, and they feel with some good breaks and the experience gained in the early season, and some of the players come through, they'll have a good year. Do you deep down have these same optimistic feelings?
Well, Jerry, as a coach, this is what we preach to our players each day. We certainly are much more optimistic with our players than we are, say, to the public, because we know that everything is to be proven yet. We have a very inexperienced football team, but as a coach, I can see the potential. And should we be fortunate enough not to be just blown out of the tub by Oklahoma, Missouri, and Air Force Academy, I think that by conference play, we'll have a very sound, fine football team.
The Mustangs open their football season September the 18th against the University of Oklahoma. Then they play Missouri, New Mexico State, and Air Force and get ready for the conference. Coach Fry would like to have more time in order to get his squad ready. He doesn't have it, but he'll do the best he can. This is Jerry Haynes for Channel 8 Sports from Ownby Stadium on the SMU campus.